I get drunk. Every Tuesday. I play funk. Every Tuesday. I tell lies. Every Tuesday. I get high. Every Tuesday. I never try. Every Tuesday. I let loose. Every Tuesday. Wild goose. Every Tuesday. I take a ride. Every Tuesday. I nearly die. Every Tuesday. I get bumped. Every Tuesday. I shut up. Every Tuesday. I call in sick. Every Tuesday. Suck my dick. Every Tuesday. I kick your ass. Every Tuesday. Smoke your mother's grass. Every Tuesday. Stay up late. Every Tuesday. I masturbate. Every Tuesday. I look great. Every Tuesday. Straight hate. Every Tuesday. Get laid. Every Tuesday. I get paid. Every Tuesday. Taco loco. Every Tuesday. Johnny Yoko. Every Tuesday. Nice dinner. What are you up to, Skinner? I get drunk. Every Tuesday. I play funk. Every Tuesday. Stay away from the phone. Every Tuesday. Just leave me alone. Every Tuesday. I'm living large. Every Tuesday. Bitch, I'm in charge. Every Tuesday. I light an incense. Every Tuesday. With Gene Vincent. Every Tuesday. I get the notion. Every Tuesday. Rub on it in the lotion. Every Tuesday. Keep it busy. Every Tuesday. Pump is busy. Every Tuesday. I thank God. Every Tuesday. For a hot rod. Every Tuesday. Come on your face. Every Tuesday. Play the boogie bass. Every Tuesday. I've told you. Say what? No. Love metal. Every Tuesday. Heavy metal. Every Tuesday. Nice sweater. Every Tuesday. W-double-G's the letter. Tuesday. I make a fire. Every Tuesday. Cool desire. Every Tuesday. I speculate. Every Tuesday. Ejaculate. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I get drunk. Every Tuesday. I play funk. Every Tuesday. I get high. Every Tuesday. I make it cry. This on, and I gotta turn. I think everything's on. Can you guys hear us? Benny, say something.
Hello.
Hello.
And happy Jacket Tuesday.
This is the first time I'm doing this all by myself. Well, I had a lot of help. 5 eggs helped. So let me know if you guys can hear me, and let me know if you can hear Benny.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Yeah, we got audio, mama.
All right. All right. Now, the next test is for this. I want to see if I can do...
You look amazing today, Diane.
Thank you.
Freaking
So do
amazing.
you. Oh, I gotta get the logo out of your face. The logo is only there because we have a guest coming in. Could you guys hear the drop?
Think I'm gonna barf.
Could you? Okay. I know you heard it. All right. So, let me get rid of that logo in your face. Let me see which one it is. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. There we go. Now we can see your beautiful face.
So, Benny, what a day, what a week, oh my God, lots to talk about. We're going to have a special guest later in the show. You guys might know who she is. Spy Kinar from the chat sent us a great story, and we're going to read it as soon as she's available and can jump on with us. So I know she's listening. Honey, give me a text and let me know that you're you're about ready, okay? Because, I got to configure some stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for coming and showing up, and Elizabeth and Midas Lisa. I only have the YouTube chat up. I could get multi-screen up. I can't even chat. It says sign into chat at the bottom.
I'm trying to type and I can't type and talk at the same time.
So I'm not sure. I have this up here. I wonder if I can go like this, and I can go to Twitch, and I can go to, yes, here we are. Okay, wait, hold on. That's the wrong, is that the wrong thing? Yes, it is. Ooga. I'm trying to get the Twitch chat up is what I'm trying to do. Because for some reason, I don't know. It's.
Can you hear my hands hitting the keyboard?
A little bit, not much.
Because I type like I have two hands, like Leon Spinks or something.
Okay, now I got it.
Gloves. Wait.
So, hi, and thanks for everybody that's in the chat right now in Twitch and in YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and I guess we're on Twitter too, but I don't bring it up. There's nothing to really chat about over there. I guess you can make comments or whatever. So anyway, so much to get to. Benny, I don't know where the hell you want to start, but
well, we can start
I said
very beginning.
Well, I said save it for the show because you started with these bought and paid for judges.
Yeah.
It seems like, well, Trump, we know, has got cannon in his pocket. Loose cannon.
And he's got SCOTUS in his pocket.
Yeah.
So that kind of seals the deal from the floor to the top.
He's got Republicans in his pocket because they all have compromise on them somehow from Russia. So
yep.
It's a bit
the
unnerving.
Chances of us getting a fair shake are probably like 10%. Maybe.
Okay, now I'm no lawyer, okay, you guys, so if I get this wrong, don't shoot the messenger.
We're
but
not
like,
lawyers, nor do we play one on YouTube.
No, and I don't pretend to know anything. I'm really confused about this Cannon thing because apparently she I don't know. She made a motion or something kind of thingy.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm a real, knowledgeable about lawyer shit. Anyway, they're
just practicing too, Diane, so they don't know anything either. They're just practicing like doctors.
New Cannon order should get her removed, Rosebud. Yes, I don't get what this whole thing is because somehow she wants to be able to throw out the 32 counts of espionage, of him holding on to our secrets, possibly selling our secrets. For fuck's sake.
This is one of the biggest cases that we have against him.
And there's
she's
so much
trying to toss it out the
evidence.
fucking window.
We got boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of evidence.
Hello, reality winner.
Oh my God.
That young man who got caught.
Yeah, the
they
recent
moved right
guy
in on his ass, moved in on him like a bitch, and took him into custody
immediately.
And there he's been ever since. Even with his appeals,
yep.
He's being held.
Even with reality winner, she went right to jail too. She didn't get to
5 years.
Stall and buy judges. She didn't have money. She wasn't an ex-president. I mean, it's insane. This is insane.
Well, I'm going to say that hopefully if we win, the House and the Senate and the freaking Biden again. We can fix a lot of things that need to be fixed inside
Can
our
you
legal
imagine, you
system,
guys?
and the way that it can be abused by people with
Yeah.
more money than they'll ever know what to do with.
Just imagine in the future what we could have if we all go out and vote, and we vote blue, and don't just vote Democratic down the ballot, because guess what? You miss the judges.
Right.
You miss the judges when you vote Dem down the ballot and you just go one box and you're like, oh, I'm done. No. Can't do that, people. Because when you do that, it skips all the judges
they've written and the things that they've supported. And if they go with what you believe in, then that's a good person to vote for. But if you don't read about them, you don't know about them.
I know. And that's what I like voting by mail. I feel like I'm not centered. That's why I like voting by mail, because I get to read up on who they are. I have the time to read up on who they are. And instead of going in there like kind of cold turkey and not knowing, what the hell, who are these people? I don't fucking know, So I like being able to look up who these people are and take the time.
A prime example is Manchin and Sinema. Two Democrats who, after they were voted, opted to work for the other side because it was more lucrative.
Yeah, Midas Lisa says we will win the trifecta. God, I hope you're right, Lisa.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's just, I'm just like,
we need a trifecta. This has got to be the best race ever, because it's in, it's in. The fix is in, and if every one of us don't fucking step up and make noise, the fix will come in. 2025 will begin, and it won't be pretty.
Okay.
It won't be pretty.
Rox1 SMF said she should have been recused simply because the defendant appointed her.
Yes, that right there.
God damn.
That right there alone in any normal situation would be the case.
Yeah.
So
and
what's going on?
Right. Just vote once, though. Don't try to vote 8 times in one election. Adam Westish. Yeah, because, all those people got arrested. They voted more than once. Or, killed their wife to vote.
The ones he was going to bail out.
Yeah.
If they got in trouble, he was going to bail them out. Well, they got in trouble and they're all sitting in jail. Guess who's not bailing them out? Guess who's not paying his lawyers?
Yeah.
Guess who's doing what he's always done? Grift. On everything and anything he can grift on.
It's been like I feel like we're on the verge of something bigger than what we already know. We already know a shit ton about his fucking crimes. I think there's going to be bigger balls that drop. I mean, pardon the terrible pun, but
bigger shoes to drop.
Yeah,
Let's use the word shoes.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry, I got my metaphors mixed up, but
I can't drop my balls. My chesticles already dropped.
And by the way, we did not plan our outfits today. This is how we showed up.
Totally coincidence.
Yeah, I know. So
look, I'm not wearing a coat today, though. So
I am
one layer.
I am because it's still freezing here. So anyway,
we got a balmy 70 degrees out here today, and I couldn't be happier.
Balls. Everybody's laughing at the balls dropping. Another shoe to drop. I really feel like there's something just beyond what we actually know. He's done more fuckery than we are even
Yeah, aware of.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel still we're at the tip of the iceberg where we have no idea what the hell's under the water. And by the way, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger
Yeah,
and bigger
yeah.
and bigger.
Icebergs are huge underneath the surface. Ask the Titanic. Son of a bitch. Ugh, bad form. But yeah, no.
I do feel like there's more to come because look at all the shit that we have found out since his administration. Look at all the shit that we have found out since January 6th, even.
Yeah.
And then there's
look at all the shit we knew prior to January 6th.
yeah, like
It just hasn't stopped flowing. I mean, the shit faucet was opened and it's been spraying out, excrement of Donnie ever since.
I know, and it's been, it's what Steve Bannon says. Make it a shit hose of news so you can't keep up, and people get really, really exhausted,
Exactly.
and they roll their eyes because all the politicians do this, and they're all just as bad. No, they're not.
No.
Stop equivocating.
In all of my years of being on Earth, I've never seen an administration that tried to take over the United States of America by force. You hear?
Well, since the Civil War, but
Yeah, I wasn't alive then.
well, yeah, but
Just because I look like I was doesn't mean I was.
oh my God, no.
I was going through comments today on other people's videos, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I still can't believe that there's so many people out there who are like, it doesn't really matter, who you vote for. And I'm like, dude, have you read any of the Project 2025? Have you read any of it? And this comment that I read was to another person named Benny. It's like from one Benny to another.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention if you think your vote doesn't matter.
Right. I really hope when Biden wins that he replaces DeJoy and Garland from Crystal Waters. Yes, I do too. It's a little, these people who are still there, it's insane. Sadly, Trump makes Nixon look good from Ali Osher on Twitch. Yeah. It does. It's like Trump makes Nixon look like a fucking popsicle stand.
Yeah, like a choir boy, like he never did anything wrong.
And he did a lot of shit wrong.
Oh, yes, he did. Hey, Dan.
Dan Marceau. What?
It's hard to smile and make that ugly face.
I don't know. What's he saying is bullshit. I don't know what he's saying is bullshit. He's saying, oh, that's BS. Okay. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Garland needs some foot and ass is what he needs. Listen, I have this picture in my head of at least 1 million people showing up on the lawn, on the mall, and making noise because silence is complicity. And I can't say that enough. If we don't make the noise, we will not be heard. And people in the comments always telling, yeah, I'm going to vote. Well, you're telling people in this comment section that that's what you're going to do and what needs to be done. But what are you doing on the outside of the comment section?
Yeah.
It's like all hands on deck. This is not a drill. And that's my whole take on it.
Yeah.
That we need to turn out. If we don't use our right to protest in the last 8 months, we may have that right, then there's something wrong with us.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's us generally, because I think the majority of Americans feel exactly the way we do. What I think is The Republicans have gerrymandered and fucking voter suppressed and fucking lied their way to positions of power. You know what I mean? They're the fuckery. The fuckery is what I'm worried about. I think there's going to be millions and millions who turn out to vote. What I'm saying is the fuckery that I'm worried about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be right there, honey. My nurse or Rand's nurse is at the door. I gotta let her in.
Okay. I'll talk to the chat. Skull Saw 9 said Trump is a trashy reality TV empire of trillions, bad headlines. That's why leftists saying both sides. Trump is a one-man crime mob, and Trump enablers almost do not matter. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it all matters. I feel like all of them down the line, bing, 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 need to be held accountable for trying to overturn our fucking government. And I don't give a shit who you are. Hi, Celery. I don't care. I don't care. These people need to be held accountable. You cannot fuck with our democracy. Don't try to overturn our elections. You're taking the will of the people away, and you've got Donald Trump running as a fucking outlaw. He's a downright criminal running for president as an outlaw. Literally. He's out on bail. Yeah. He's a fucking rapist. He's a fucking fraud in every fucking way possible that is known to mankind, of every kind of fraud you can do. Tax fraud, bank fraud, fucking insurance fraud, all of it fraud. He's a big fat fucking phony.
His sexual prowess and how he's well endowed down there.
Where? When was this? Recently?
During one of his speeches. I was like,
where's my mushroom? Hold on.
It's over in the other chair. But yeah, I was like, no, he didn't just do that. He didn't just tout about his sexual prowess.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you go.
There you go. It's probably the same color, too.
About to shrivel up and fall off.
He's nearly fucking rotten. No, I don't know how much damage you could do with something like that, though. That's all.
No, it's funny. It's funny because guys who are well endowed never fucking talk about it.
No, they don't say anything. They're just like, surprise.
Yep. Yep. Surprise, honey. Check this out. No, but the guys are like a man. Oh yeah.
You don't need to talk like a man with a paper asshole when you got the goods to back you up.
Yep. Paper ass, lumpy mushroom.
The there of it.
Diane, nice. It's blue.
Yes, it is. And then again with his, he said another clip. My hands ain't little. And he throws his little hands.
My hands are bigger than Trump's hands.
Okay. My hands are bigger than Trump's. Oh my God, he's just got this vision of himself, and it shows in it all the fantasy pictures that he, the AI pictures that he does of himself. That is literally how he sees himself.
Oh, I know. Vincent Owen says, we suffer with it like women with big breasts. Big chesticles.
I like big breasts and I cannot lie. Hey, everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. It's just the fact.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, when we're babies, we're set right up there. As soon as we come out and we're like, oh,
it's
boobies.
Soft and it's warm.
What a pillow. It's an comforting feeling after being introduced to oxygen. Oh my God. Diane.
I feel like Hal, standing up at the desk, but
you don't have a stool?
I do, but I don't feel like sitting down, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels better on my back to stand up.
Well, your hair's much prettier than Hal's. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's so long. It's so
I
long.
know.
It's in a ponytail and it's right here.
I know. That's your COVID haircut. It goes down to your belly button when it's not in a ponytail.
It's past my belly button now. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I so need a haircut, but you know,
Mm.
I said I wasn't gonna get my haircut until Donald Trump was out of office. But then January 6th happened, and I
And he
said,
never left office.
and I said I'm not getting my haircut until that motherfucker's in goddamn prison. So, but
Or planted next to Ivana.
well, yeah, that would be nice too.
Because he deserves
If he chokes on a
nothing less.
cheeseburger, I'm not gonna be upset.
Exactly. You know, all we can do is pray to the hamburger gods.
Please.
Oh my God. We all know that stuff is toxic. Why? You know, because he's so toxic, it might not have the same effect on him as it does on a normal person.
Speaking of toxic, he's so fucking toxic that 4 insurers and 30 fucking agencies won't fucking touch him for his fucking debt because, like, they're like, yeah, you need to put up cash. And guess
He's
what?
going to have to ask Vladdy Daddy.
Well, I love this one. Let me find it real quick. And it's really kind of dark over here, but if I turn this light on, it's like a fucking...
It's like, oh.
Yeah. It's like a beam down from heaven. It's like really freaking weird.
That's not a bad look on any angel.
Well, it is up, you know, that harsh lighting is terrible on anyone. Where was it? Yeah. Letitia James went into a court yesterday and said that if he, here it is. Letitia James told the court today, which was yesterday, that it is obvious that Trump is flat broke. And if New York sells everything he owns, and I mean everything, that means Mar-a-Lardo and fucking his airplane and fucking Bedminster, he would still owe the state of New York $200 million.
You know what I'm curious about? Now, all these properties he has,
They're mortgaged.
He's written out to the nines. That's right. They're mortgaged up to his teeth.
Yeah.
How does the banks that he's got these loans with get satisfied if all these things are sold off in auction? Or do they just write it off?
Okay,
as a
I
loan?
had the same fucking question myself because I'm like, Trump is mortgaged to the hilt. Do the banks and the lenders get first dibs? Or does like Letitia James and she just sells it? And I don't know. Like, I do not know how this fucking works. And
yeah, me either. And that's a shitload
I've
of
never
money.
I've never been $500 million in the hole.
Darn it.
Fucking $500 million.
The headache, it's not worth it that money is a headache in my world.
God, I hope the stress.
It really, because you know, it could be used for so many good things, but then you turn around and you see somebody using it for so many miserable things. It's like, that's the only reason why I wish I had more, was so that I could, you know, philanthropy the shit out of all these other rich people and say, this is what you're supposed to do with all that money you're never, ever going to be able to spend. You should help others.
Right, yeah.
Instead of indulging yourself constantly, every day, every minute. And you know, you own more houses than you can ever live in. You know, it's bizarre.
So
such a turn off.
Ebnosum says, Diane, I believe it's whoever made the claim first. So the lenders in this case, like I honestly don't. Banks are insured. New York should get the money first.
They sure are.
You guys, I have no clue how this fucking works, but I've also never declared bankruptcy ever before, at like 6 times. Will this be number 7? And I've never been $500 million in debt. I just can't even get over that number. It's so big. And
number 7 coming up.
Oh my God. Is it 7 or 8? Because I thought it was 7 before. $464 million. And by the way, wait.
Not only can I get my head around that number, I can't get it out of my mouth.
Oh my God,
highest-
Benny, what was that?
Yeah.
What was that? The counter thing. You sent it to my phone.
Yes.
Can you send it
Yep.
to? Can you drop the link in HBL Radio Nation email?
I can try.
Or Benny and Diane email. I don't know.
Let me see.
I love the counter, where it has the counter up, and
Yeah.
I was in my phone and I saw it on my phone. I just don't know how to zing it right quick over to the computer.
Yeah.
Tony
I know, honey.
Tony could forward it to me to the computer.
Okay, what am I doing?
Okay, the counter of his debt, where it's like every second, it's like
Okay.
another $2.
Yeah, you know, Bicycle Mike sent me that. And I was ever so grateful because
God,
it's
it's
a
so
wonderful
good.
little tool to have. Thank you, Bicycle Mike.
Yeah.
All right, what am I doing with this?
Well, if you could send it to,
Should I just put the link in the chat?
yeah, put the link in the chat.
Link in the chat.
And yeah, that would be great. So you guys can
Yeah.
see this. It's so
That
great,
I
you
can
guys.
do.
I could just watch. I could just have that in the corner, a little counter like that all day long.
Yes. Yes.
Like, okay, every minute he's getting poorer and poorer and poorer and more in debt. Oh my God.
Now, Poe is you.
The Trump debt counter. Yes, that's what it was. Okay, now let me see if I can. Okay.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Are you sure you
Yep,
want
there's
to
the
leave
link.
YouTube?
And if you scroll down, it's got a plethora of
No.
information. It's like a long page of all kinds of dates and digits.
Yeah, they have the list of all of, it's a countdown to when each of his cases start. So it's like 62
wonderful.
days, 3 hours, and 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
I was sitting there laughing while I was going down the list. I was like, this son of a bitch. And, and I'm
All right.
laughing so that I don't scream, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, wouldn't it be fun to see what it is at the start of our show, and by the end of the show, how much money he's lost?
Yes. We'll do a running tally.
Oh, he's
How much
lost
did Donnie lose
$30,000 just since we've been on the air.
In the last 20 minutes, Donnie has lost
50 grand.
$5 million. What is it? $100 million a day in interest?
I thought it was 100,000 in interest a day. I'm not sure about that,
I
but
could be wrong.
I think the bigger
the zeros.
I think the bigger the number gets, the bigger the interest gets. If I'm not wrong about that. I mean, I'm no fucking financial genius either. I don't really know.
I just got a message from the major.
Oh, is he
Bless his heart.
yeah, Ojetta's got
Because-
COVID, you guys.
Yeah. He says, I've got the damn COVID. It's all I can do to go live for 30 minutes tonight. Oh my God. Everybody send some healing vibes to our major.
Yeah, we'll be jumping on his show and sending him some love tonight.
And he's all, he's vaxxed and relaxed. And it's still got a.
He travels a
Hulk's
lot
on
though,
him.
right? Doesn't he travel a lot? And now he's not in West Virginia. Where is he? And what?
He's in North Carolina.
It's still
And
red.
he's considering running for office in North Carolina,
Ooh.
which is fucking brilliant.
Yes.
He
should
won in West
again.
Virginia, which is even more rural than North Carolina. More,
It's
Fox
still a red
dependent.
state. It's still a red state, but I, don't give up. I want Democrats to run in red states. Even though you think you can't fucking win in that district or whatever, fuck it. Run anyway. Just try it. Because guess what? You never know. There might be a bunch of fucking blue people and they've all only had Republicans to vote for.
Yeah.
So
That's it. And then so consequently they don't vote.
yeah. So give them
That's
Democrats.
no way to win an election.
No
ladies and
shit.
gentlemen.
God damn. If you don't give them the option.
You know, if I wasn't such a hardened criminal, I'd run myself.
There's so many pictures of me out there in my rock band with a fucking Heineken in my hand. It would be like, oh my gosh, she's a total lush. And
Oh
by
my
the way,
God.
it's 2:35 and I'm on my second beer. So, but you know, it's hard to do a stream without a beer. I just can't. This shit is too fucking stressful. You know what I mean? My fucking blood pressure goes up.
Dude, my resting pulse rate right now is like 110 beats per minute.
Yeah.
Because it's the energy in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I could set my blood pressure to it.
Right. So, bunch of new shit. I mean, like, this is just like residual notes from like yesterday, and I'm sure you guys probably know some of this, but we already talked about the 4 brokers and the 30 insurance companies that won't touch Trump. He's too toxic. They can't get $464 million bond, and Letitia can start selling off all his properties, including Mar-a-Lago and his airplane, which I love a black woman being able to just go, yeah, Trump Tower's
no
gone.
Justice like poetic justice.
Bedminster gone. All of it gone. I just love it. Tristan Snell said, Trump loses motions to stop Michael Cohen, Karen McDougal, and Stormy Daniels for testifying in the upcoming New York criminal trial. We should expect all 3 to testify, and they'll be allowed to talk about the catch and kill practice. Remember that, you guys, when they would catch and kill stories to protect him? Practice of silencing people who lost, Trump lost to. So, and then also, guess what? Little added bonus there.
I like bonuses.
They get to use I grab them by the pussy tape, and they let you do it because you're a star. They can use that in the trial. And I'm like, oh, yeah, bitches. It should be there.
This is a personal message for Donnie. Had you kept your fat ass out of our politics, you'd still be living high on your imaginary hog and not have anybody, including the IRS, breathing down your neck right now. Because you've managed to fucking smooth past them for 60 fucking years.
Oh my God, it's insane how much shit he's gotten away with. So I love this one. During a week before he's supposed to go on trial for his hush money case, he's pulling hush money cases right now out of fucking Bedminster. So Trump Golf Course in Bedminster, New Jersey, paid $82,500 last week to settle a lawsuit alleging that it had silenced a sexually harassed waitress by tricking her into an unfair hush money deal, according to the ex-employee's lawyer. So they're doing hush money deals because she's getting sexually harassed at Bedminster. Who was it? Was it Trump or was it somebody else? Because it's unclear. It's unclear who the fuck was sexually harassing her. Was it the manager of the club or was it Donald Trump himself? I don't know.
Now, wouldn't it be fantastic if all the women that he's accosted sexually all took a giant step forward?
Oh, God.
It might shift the axis of the earth.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I've lost the chat. On the live stream. It seems to be frozen. I don't know. You guys type so. Oh no, it's not frozen. Okay, someone else. Okay. Now it's not frozen. I clicked over to multi-stream and then I clicked back to YouTube and now it's working again. Okay. But anyway, it did freeze for a second. So anyway, no, but this motherfucker is so dirty, and it's like he's a criminal, sadistic, sexual predator. Look at how he wants to bang his fucking daughter. You got 30 or 40 women coming out of the woodwork before he became POTUS to fucking be like, oh yeah, he did the same shit to me he did to E. Jean Carroll. We have the first ever naked pictures of the first lady. Give me a
Mrs. Picasso Melania.
Give me a fucking break. This guy's a fucking
I'm
predator.
sorry. Her face looks like a Picasso painting to me.
Best friends.
It's all out of shape.
Best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and on his plane and on his fucking island and all sorts of shit. Never lived more than 30 minutes away from fucking Epstein. Ever.
Didn't Epstein introduce melanoma to Donnie Boy?
I don't fucking know that. I don't know. It kind of sounds
Was it
familiar.
him, or was it the other fucking creepy fucking child trafficker? I can't remember his name. It was one of the two that introduced her through a modeling agency. Yeah, it was the guy at the modeling agency.
Okay, yeah. Is that the guy that owned yeah, Jizz Lane. Jizz Lane could change the world. That's what we call her in these parts. Is we call her Jizz Lane, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so ironic that that's her name.
I know, right?
Mm. It's like with a name like Smuckers, you got to be good.
Ivana was cremated before she hit the bottom of the steps. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, mine is
Oh my
Lisa.
God. Hi, Laura.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God. Yes, he is dead, Vincent.
Oh God.
He deserves to be.
I hear that they're gonna open the Epstein files in July.
Isn't that something? July can't get here quick enough. There are going to be some names in that book that are going to cause people to flee the country if they still have their passport.
Or commit suicide. I
Yeah.
see like a lot of
Well, I didn't-
suicides coming in the
I didn't want
Republicans'
to say
future.
that. You can't really use the S word. Just say undead.
Yeah.
They make themselves undead.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. If I shouldn't really use that word, but I do feel like it's like some of these people who were involved with Deutsche Bank, all of a sudden they were offing themselves.
Yeah. Becoming unalive. What about all? It's like the same group of people who jumped out of windows during the great crash of the Wall Street.
Yeah.
Back in
The stock market.
Was it 29?
Yeah.
I mean, they were just sailing out of the buildings. It's like they had nothing to live for because of money.
It was a different time then too, because they knew that if you were broke, you had a shitty life. Because it was either the rich or the poor.
Listen, there is no sin.
Spy
in being
I
poor.
see she just
There's
texted me.
no shame in it. And just because you're poor doesn't mean you have a shitty life. And I can attest to that. Because, I was raised poor. My dad made a lot of money, but he made us live poorly. And he spent his money, on his fun stuff.
All right, check your email, Spy. Click on the Zoom link.
I wish the Walmart would crash, Vincent. Jesus Christ. That and Home Depot.
Yeah. She said, ready when you are. I said, check your email, click the link.
All right.
That way I can get her in here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know Spy Canark. She doesn't really say that much, and she says hello and hugs to everybody all the time. And she's very sweet.
Spy Canark.
And oh my God, release the Epstein list and the Russian hooker PP tapes, Rosebud.
She's only can be found in all the best places. That's why.
Yeah. And she's a she's a Sparkler fan. You'll see her here. You'll see her maybe in a few Zoom calls, like, maybe a Sparkler Zoom call or she wants to get into the Stephanie Miller Mooks Zoom call, which there was one last night, and it was very emotional. Yeah. Okay, here she is. All right, so let's get her in here, and I might have to adjust a few things just according to the screen. You know what I mean? Okay. Hi. Okay, I can't hear you yet, babe.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome, Spykin.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for
Hey,
coming.
sweetheart.
I haven't really prefaced your story. Okay, so I'm putting the disclaimer up now. We don't want to get in trouble for any of this. So, Spy wrote me a story and sent it to my email. It's
Benny
kind
and Diane at gmail.com.
Yeah, Benny and Diane. And if you want to submit your stories or anything similar to this, then please feel free to do so. And try to keep names, places, identity out of it if you're talking about somebody. So anyway, you wrote me this email and it was so great. And I read it to Adam Westish. I read it to Benny. I read it to my husband. And everybody's like, you got to put this on the show. And then I was like, and you put your number at the bottom. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to call her right now.
I'm so glad you're giving me the opportunity to share this story with everyone as well.
It is really good, you guys. And I'm really floored. First of all, you're an excellent writer.
Well, thank you. That's right.
Just saying, gonna start right there, but definitely you're an excellent writer, and you should continue to do so. And this story, you guys, it touches on so many things in one little fell swoop that I feel like it needs to be told and it needs to be out there. And all I'm gonna do is give me a second because I gotta turn up the light in here. It's a little too dark. So give me a second.
Looking lovely as usual today, Benny.
Thank you, my love. It's just regular old me.
Now I'll be able to see better.
A bow and some lipstick, and I'm ready.
There you go.
No fuss, no muss.
Exactly.
So you guys sit down, get comfy, because it's kind of a long one, but it's worth it. Okay, it's so worth it when you get to the end. And this is kind of how it starts. So I wanted to share a story with you about a guy I called Jizz Pocket. Yes, you heard me correctly. Like Jizz Lane, Jizz Pocket. Okay? This is a maggot that I know personally, and he represents the type of individual that we are fighting against. JP is a white gay man in his late 50s from Florida. During his 20s and 30s, he was married to a woman who adored him, but she did not know that he was gay. During their marriage, he repeatedly cheated on his wife with random men over the course of a decade. At this point, they were actively trying to have a child. Due to his extracurricular activities, they were unsuccessful and had decided to seek fertility treatments. While spending the money on those treatments, he was aware that his activity was creating the problem, but he refused to give up his fun. Then they eventually had a son. However, his wife would discover his secret. She did what most of us would do and tried to come to a resolution that would work for both of them. All she asked for was honesty from him. She never got it. Eventually, they parted ways in a very contentious divorce requested by her. He made this process very difficult for her because she came from a wealthy family and he didn't want to let go of his easy lifestyle. To this day, his ex-wife absolutely despises him and refuses to speak with him. She cut him out of all her finances and insisted that their son not give him any financial assistance. The inheritance of her son depends on not giving him anything to JP. So this just giving you a little preface. Spy, you want to take it over?
Sure. So I met this person when he and his partner moved in across the street from me here where I live. I did what I always do. I went over to introduce myself and I introduced them to the rest of the neighborhood. They both later told me that that it was the nicest reception they had ever received. They'd always heard about Southern hospitality, but had never actually experienced it themselves. After a few years, we both moved away from that neighborhood, but kept in touch. We would get together on a regular basis to eat, drink, and be happy. We would go to their home during the winter for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they would come to our house during the summer to enjoy the pool. We'd have minor disagreements on politics here and there, but nothing that really bothered any of us. Then Trump got into office. At this point, JP's approach, sorry, JP's approach to political discussion started to change. He would respond with anger anytime someone would challenge him on Trump or why he supported Trump and the Republicans. In an effort to keep the peace and maintain a friendship with his partner, I stopped talking about politics with JP. His partner and I would have regular conversations about politics, and it never got heated. On Thanksgiving of 2019, we joined them for dinner as usual. They invited a lesbian couple that they had met through the partner's work. They brought up politics, and everyone but JP had an enjoyable conversation about current events. I didn't think anything of it until JP's partner told me that JP was so pissed off that everyone spent the entire dinner bashing Trump, and he wasn't certain if we would be getting together for Christmas. We said, no worries, we'll just get together this summer for pool time. Everything sort of went back to normal during the summer of 2020, which was surprising considering COVID was going on.
God. Okay. So, all right, we're going to keep switching off here. We navigated the rest of the year in Jan 6 without blow-ups. Come Thanksgiving of 2021, they invited the lesbian couple again. Myself and JP's partner did our best to avoid political conversations. However, these two women are very well informed and were actively attempting to educate JP on the attacks on the LGBTQIA plus community, and they wanted to help him understand these attacks would eventually affect him. Unfortunately, this made him even angrier with every passing minute. The night ended on a sour note, and we didn't expect to see them for Christmas. This time, they decided to invite us and not the lesbian couple. I did my best to avoid talking about things that might upset JP, and I believe in respecting people who invite you to their home. Now, give me a second here. I'd like to point out something real quick. First of all, your last sentence here strikes home for me, because when somebody invites you into your house, you don't fucking treat them like shit, right?
Exactly.
And when
you give them the respect.
And when you are a guest in their house, you do everything to fucking respect your host. So I get this, but a lot of people, I don't even see people doing this shit anymore. Number one. Number two, you've already said 3 times that you have been holding your tongue and stopping with the politics just in order to have a peaceful kind of dinner. When everything was cool before Trump got in office, but now Trump is in office, and you have to stay away from politics because it might upset either your guest or your host because you guys switch off. So I just wanted to point that out. So I continue. Jump to July 4th, 2022. For those who may not know, Roe v. Wade was overturned June 24th of 22. Prior to this, my husband and I were trying to have another child. By the end of June, I had decided it was too dangerous for me to try to have a child without the federal protection, that just breaks my heart, Spy. It really, really does. For clarification, I live in a red state, and I was 43 at the time. After many arguments with my husband about this, we finally began to understand the internal struggle I had been having over this decision. By July 4th, we were on the same page in dealing with the grief associated with this decision. Originally, I did not want to have company for the holiday, but it's my husband's favorite summer holiday. He loves blowing stuff up. I let him know, like most men, I let him know I didn't feel like having company, but I would do my best to make sure everyone had a good time. We enjoyed the pool, had great food and drinks, and we're about to start the fireworks.
As I tend to do, I asked a question that set off its own type of fireworks. The question: why are people of the United States so arrogant that they believe that no one else can be called Americans? This set off an anger laden tirade of how only people of the United States are Americans. When I pointed out that Canadians are considered Americans because they come from North America, and Mexicans are Americans because they come from Central America, and Chileans are Americans because they come from South America, and on, I was informed that the only true Americans come from the United States. I brought up that when you leave the American hemisphere, the rest of the world asks for clarification when you say you are from the Americas. They ask if you are from North or South America, then drill down from there. That seemed to hit a nerve so much that he would not agree that this hemisphere is considered the Americas. He then went into another anger-laden tirade about how I'm somehow the reason that America is in decline, and as long as we allow abortion after the baby is born, we will forever be responsible for the moral decline of our once great country.
Okay, wait, we gotta pause. That's illegal, and it never happens. You can't abort a baby who's already been born, number one.
Exactly.
Number two, to murder a child after it's been born, that's murder. That's, what do you call it? Infantile homicide or something like that.
Infanticide.
Yeah. Right, yeah. And so, and not only that, there are a lot of problems and complications when kids are just born. There's, what is it? That one disease where they call it crib death or whatever, because they're sleeping and they just die in their sleep.
Infant death syndrome.
Yeah.
So,
and so, literally, I was thinking about this and I'm like, I started thinking, oh my God, I think maybe they're trying to criminalize pregnancy. So if your baby dies while it's inside of you or when it's outside of you, it's your fault because you didn't have a good pregnancy or some shit. And they want to fucking put women in jail. That's what I hear when I hear that they're murdering baby. No. Yeah. So okay, sorry, I guess it's my point or my turn. At this point, I had reached my limit of catering to this stupidity. I pushed back hard. My anger and grief reached its boiling point, and I couldn't hold back anymore. He then spent the next hour screaming and yelling at me for everything wrong with the world, while my husband, child, and JP's partner were enjoying the actual fireworks. I was chased around the back porch by a 6 foot, 300+ pound man who cornered me every chance he got so he could continue to unload all of his hate and anger on me at my own house. Once the actual fireworks were done, my husband and JP's partner attempted to come to my rescue. This seemed to make the whole situation worse because JP didn't feel like he had done anything wrong, because in his mind, we were just having a lively discussion. Oh, yeah, with him hovering over you and intimidating you and chasing you. Okay, whatever. The worst part of this entire encounter was how it affected my child. She began to have nightmares about JP and would constantly ask me if JP was going to treat her like he treated me. I did my best to reassure her and explain the situation to her without making him look like a bad guy. But the nightmares continued through the summer and the school year, and when I tried to address his treatment of me, he would just double down. I wish I could say that he understood how he mistreated me, but even after finding out about my child's nightmares, he still didn't get it. Needless to say, we took a very long break from getting together. So go ahead.
So Thanksgiving of 2023, we went to visit them again and discovered that they had invited the lesbian couple again. This time, I did not hold back on the conversations. I had a wonderful time talking with these ladies about everything that had happened since the last time we had seen them, with a large focus on Roe v. Wade and the potential fallout to be expected. Each time I would look at JP, he would have a scowl on his face, and he would continually ask if we could change the subject. We would, but it wouldn't take long for the conversation to switch back. During dinner, JP made a fairly standard comment about Joe Biden being too old and not being able to get through a sentence. I asked if they had actually watched a Biden speech all the way through, or if they were basing this assessment off edited clips that they had been spoon fed by right wing media. We all know the answer: highly edited clips. They asked if I had watched any of Trump's rallies, and I proudly stated I had seen several all the way through, thanks to Hal Sparks. I continued with the simple truth. Each rally showed how uneducated and hateful Trump is. Then the conversation switched to Social Security.
Oh, this one pisses me off. This is where I learned that there's nothing I can do to nudge JP closer to sanity. He started the conversation by stating he would apply for Social Security early so that the Dems can't take it away from him. I asked what he thought should be done so that the program could continue, and of course he didn't care if the program continues as long as he got back what he put in. He informed me that even though I have worked for the last 30 years, he doesn't think I should receive Social Security. I later found out that this is because he didn't think that women should be working because they are taking away from the men that deserve it more. I asked what he thought should be done for all those who paid into Social Security all their lives who will need it when they can no longer work. His answer told me everything. He responded with, quote, "I don't care about anyone else. They can figure it out on their own. I don't care. I only care about myself," unquote. That is why we have to understand about most maggots. They only care about themselves. We cannot change that and shouldn't waste our time trying to do so. Instead, spend your time trying to reach those who are capable of being nudged into the right direction. And I would say correct direction instead of the right.
Yes.
Because you can't even say that
Absolutely.
word anymore. Okay, now here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the drum roll. Here's the reason why he got the nickname JP.
So now I know it took an essay of explanation to get to this point, and I hope you're still with me as I finish up. Still have to explain how he got the well-deserved name of Jizz Pocket. This diehard maggot had finally gotten health insurance via Obamacare. Due to this, he was able to get a much-needed hip replacement. However, because the majority of his care providers were women, he decided that he didn't need to listen to them about his recovery. Anyone who has had a hip replacement can tell you that you have an open wound after, because the body has to heal from the inside out to ensure proper closure of the wound. He was informed that during this part of the process, he needed to take a break from self-pleasure to prevent contamination of the wound, because it was a woman telling him that he didn't listen, and continued to masturbate multiple times a day. After about a month, he started to feel pain deep in his wound. He went to the doctor, but showed no signs of infection, so there wasn't much they could do. He went home and continued his daily habits while the wound continued to get worse. Eventually, it got so bad, his doctors decided that they would have to remove the hip and do another, much more invasive replacement. While cleaning the wound prior to the new replacement, his doctors discovered what was causing the problem: his semen. This time, a male doctor instructed him to avoid masturbation until the wound had fully closed. Maybe this time he'll listen. And I have to preface this last part just by saying, for all you medical people out there, there's no way to actually determine that it was his semen. They chalked it up to bodily fluid because it was something, it was his own bodily fluid causing the problem. But it's hard to identify that in pathology. So
The guy
I hope that hip hurts him for the rest of his life.
he's got karma. Karma. Hey, karma's little backlash, like whoosh.
Full circle.
Just
Right back at you, bish.
retches loudly. People are gagging. Oh my god. I was gagging and laughing at the same time. I was like, ugh. Jesus, that's so gross. But you know what? You get what you
Hence the
deserve,
name.
you piece of shit. Yeah, you don't like women. That's clearly obvious.
Yeah. You don't not only like them, you hate them.
Yeah.
Well, we have no value to him.
Yeah.
We have no value.
30 years of working and you know, you don't deserve Social Security. Fuck you. What?
Well, and the worst part was I had no idea that he actually felt this way. He had never given me any indication that that was the way he thought of women in society.
Now,
and
how long have you known him?
let's see, since 2011.
Okay, so his true person didn't come out until after Donald Trump got in office, you see.
Exactly.
Because Donald Trump allowed this hate and visceral and disdain by others towards the human race.
What's he jacking off to? Well, yeah, I think there's a caveat to that, isn't there, Spy?
Well, I do know that he's not getting internet porn anymore because North Carolina is basically blocking it
Right.
now.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now the real
I'm
question
smudge
is,
us a little bit after that story.
are you guys still friends? Well, you know what? Go ahead.
I've been invited to join them for Easter dinner, and I honestly don't think I'm going to take him up on that offer at this point.
Good girl. Good girl.
I don't think I can maintain myself well enough to take him up on that offer.
You gave it
Oh
the
my God, I
old
love
college
this.
try to the Maximus. You gave him every opportunity to be a decent human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, he chose not to be. So,
In fact,
On multiple occasions.
yeah, he's going to live in his own misery.
infected
You know what I
mind,
mean?
infected his hip. Because he's in, you know what I mean? Like, we know, like, when people are, like, toxic like that, like, they physically are ill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that is. Like, when you are so full of hate, you look older, you know what I mean? Like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But also, Vincent said, I like to say my mother raised a gentleman. Okay, maybe it wasn't me, though. Smiles.
Everybody that's up in
Hatred-
this chat
hatred is-
is wonderful,
yeah.
examples of what humans are supposed to be like towards each other.
Shannon says hatred is poisonous one way or another. So
Yes, it's
either it's in your
toxic.
mind
It's
or it's in your body. Yeah, it's totally there and it will get you one way or another. Gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna find you.
Yeah, look at Trump. Exactly, Janelle. That's what hate looks like in the color orange.
Yep.
It looks similar in all the other colors, but orange really sets that hate right the fuck off. To me, at this point, Donnie looks like somebody who was made out of human earwax and he's melting. I'm serious. Look at that mess. It looks like a fucking human earwax candle that's losing its shape.
Like it's been set out in the sun for too long.
Betty. Oh, that's gonna become a clip. I have a feeling. The human earwax. Oh my god. Oh, he looks so bad. There was a picture
Now,
of him
I
the
don't
other
know
day.
what movie it was my kids were watching, but there was something that was made of wax, and it and when I think about it, it's like that's what was it? Was it? Yeah, it was Hocus Pocus. that had the earwax candle. Go back and look at that clip and tell me if it doesn't look like Donald
Oh my
Trump.
God! Wait, Hocus Pocus the movie?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
they have a human earwax candle. in it. It's so
Oh,
true.
yeah.
We got to pull up that picture.
No,
Oh, that beautiful being footage.
oh, you know what I wanted? I want like what the Witches of Eastwick made was that wax doll and they stuck pins in it, and then remember the Witches of Eastwick with Cher and Michelle Pfeiffer and
I
think it was
vaguely
Cherry
remember
Pit.
watching it. Vaguely.
yeah, they have they like make a like a what do you call it, like a voodoo doll almost, right? Out of like melted candle wax, and then they stick pins in it, and then he's out shopping and trying to get ice cream, and then that's when that's when okay. Nobody knows what I'm talking about because you guys didn't see the movie.
I only remember the cherry pits from that movie.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was pretty funny. Yeah.
See, when that movie came out, I was watching children's movies because I had a lot of children.
The world's first earwax American, Adam Westish. The earwax thing just killed me, literally.
Dude, you gotta go look at the clip.
Well, all I can picture is this recent picture of him. He's got so much makeup on, and he's really sweaty. So literally, you could like,
Yeah, it's gross.
I could take like a butter knife and just scrape that shit off his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it
Does
would be
his
like,
pores on his face ever get to breathe real oxygen as well?
oh God.
He's suffocating.
Hi,
from the
Suzanne. How
outside.
you doing, honey?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. And by the way, you
Oh my
guys,
God, he's right.
the chat in Twitch is really, really small. So do what Allie Osher does and at Benny and Diane. So it pops out so I can read it. Otherwise, it's really small up there. Like I have to go like this.
Really, really small. Like
Witches
Donald
of
Trump's dick.
Eastwick. I've yet to see that movie. Yeah, it's a good one. It's kind of fun. And Jack Nicholson. Yeah, Jack plays a great devil. I mean, come on, Jack Nicholson as the devil. He does a great job.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
He does evil really well.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that frightens me sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
about people,
Yeah, he definitely.
especially actors.
That when you said that, Benny, that picture popped in my mind, and I think JoJo from Jers posted it on Twitter the other day, and said something of course, awesome, and I was just like, oh my God, look at him. He looks like a melting earwax statue.
It's so true. God damn it.
It really looked like shit. Like seriously, it was bad, and I'm like,
Just
he's not.
take a
Oh, I know what it
peek at
was.
what excess money does to a person, and it's
Right.
that alone makes me never, ever, ever want to have that kind
Yeah.
of money because
Joe,
of what it turns
I remember-
people into.
I remember,
That's why I've never been gifted that kind of money, because I won't turn into one of those kind of people. You know,
Yeah.
I would do the right thing with that kind of money, and
I think even if I had a
That's why I'll never
shitload
have
of
it.
money, you'd see exactly what you see right now. Even if I had a shitload of money, I would not
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
change. So wait a minute, I gotta read this. JoJo from Jers, above that picture, she wrote this: Donald Trump isn't young. He doesn't have good hair. He's not physically fit. He isn't tan. He's not cognitively there. He's not a winner of the 2020 election. He's not being indicted for you. And he's not a billionaire sitting on tons and tons of money. He's fucking broke.
go
Bro.
JoJo.
I love JoJo from Jers.
Give it up for the Jersey girls.
I know.
Seriously, you know.
So, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but Trump has violated his gag order in the, I forget which case it is. The one
the
that,
E. Jean Carroll case,
No.
for sure.
well, that, but
Oh, for chunking.
Chunkin and
Yeah, Chunkin.
Cassidy Hutchinson. He broke in one tweet. He broke it a dozen times. One Truth Social post. He broke his fucking gag order.
In a holding cell,
Well-
waiting for somebody to bail him out.
Yeah, Keith Olbermann pointed that out. I listened to his show this morning. I love Keith Olbermann, you guys. So if you have a chance, please check him out. Keith brought this up a dozen times in one Truth Social post. He fucking violated his gag order for the January 6th trial, because that's the one with Chutkin in D.C. So, fucking enough is enough. Put this motherfucker in jail. Shut his ass up. Shut his fucking shit down. Don't let him fucking speak anymore. He's talking about bloodbaths, for fuck's sake.
And so what if his cult gets up in arms? Because that'll give us a chance to back him down a little bit.
No, guess what? Anybody starts a fucking uprising for Trump, they're going to end up in fucking prison, just like the Jan 6ers.
Or unalived.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You break the law, you're going to get fucking burned, motherfuckers.
And people will be very much more prepared.
Yeah, ask the 1,000 or so people who are already sitting in prison for Donnie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyone else would be in jail awaiting trial. Yep, Mark P. Second, breaking Republican support. Wait. Todd, it's going by too fast, and it's so little I can't fucking read it. Republican Senator Todd Young just announced he would not support Donald Trump. More and more Republicans are abandoning their party because of Trump's extremism. Yes, absolutely, 100%, Alyosha. Yeah, it's this is what I see, you guys. There's like 40 people who were in Trump's administration who have spoke out against him, saying what a fucking nightmare he would be if he got back in office. You've got that. You've got every person except for Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss in the Jan 6 trials in the Senate. All of them are Republicans. Every fucking single one of them were Republicans. How about COVID? There was a graph that I saw where it showed more Republicans died of COVID because of fucking shine and light up your asshole, or whatever the fuck that was. More people died that were Republicans than Democrats. So now they've killed off, what, 1 million or so of their people? I don't know, honey. I see a big, huge blue wave. I don't want to get too optimistic because I feel like people got too optimistic that Hillary would win and they gave up. They said, why bother voting? No. Everybody has to vote. And please don't just do Dem down ticket. Mark each one and then go to the judges. Because if you do the Dem, vote Dems all the way down the ticket, it misses the judges. That's something I learned last night from a lawyer on the Mook show. We did a Zoom call last night, and she said if you just tick Republican or Democrats all the way down the ballot, it skips the judgeships. And that's the most important thing we need right now, is for people to pay attention to the lower courts. Because if we get extremisms like if we get motherfuckers in there like SCOTUS, we're doomed from the start. So, no, because we need the lower courts to still go by the rule of law like they already have been, kind of, because they're kind of more evenly dispersed, but they've done more than, if it wasn't for the fucking Supreme Court right now, we'd be entering the third week of the Trump coup trial right now. Mm-hmm. The delays, and there was also, Keith Olbermann talked about, he's the master of delay. Yes. But you have to understand, you guys, I don't think people realize Donald Trump's been doing this his whole life. He had 4,000 or 5,000 lawsuits before he became president.
Prior to taking office.
Yes, he's been doing this forever.
What's the record on the I know he's got 91 charges. How many court cases has he got going right now? 4?
4.
4 in the works.
Yeah, those are the 4 major ones, but you have to understand we have other
Well, you
ones
can
where
say-
like
that's what I was gonna say. Those are the ones, and then underneath those there's a fuckload more.
yeah, because the Capitol Police and like Swalwell have joined in a lawsuit against Trump, and I know there's others.
Yeah.
There's it's hard enough keeping track of the 4
Yeah.
and all the
Because
fuckery.
there's so much fucking shucking and jiving going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And new information coming out constantly.
It's a barrage, and it's meant to be like this so that it wears us down, but we can't get worn down.
yeah, I agree.
That's the part where we lose if we do. We can't get worn down. We have to even be more tenacious,
Yep. And I want everybody's head on a swivel for the fuckery in the elections. Watch out. If you're in a red state, you guys, I'm in Michigan, so I feel pretty safe, but I'm still checking my voter rolls. But I know because the women who run Michigan, they're not going to be kicking people off the fucking voter rolls. Republican, Democrat, they don't know. No. They're not going to fuck with it, right?
Right.
Please watch if you live in a red state or anywhere else where it's mixed or whatever for being purged off the voter rolls just before the election. This is a very important thing, you guys, because when you go in to vote, they're going to be like, you're not here. I don't know who the fuck you are. And you're like, I've been registered to vote since 1974. And you're like, well, there's no record of you being registered. So don't wait to the last minute.
Do not. Listen, the early voting is the best option because by the time the election comes, your early vote is already tallied.
Yeah.
So that's one less vote that they have to fucking count at the last minute.
And Trump wants to kill mail-in voting. He wants to kill all early voting. So you can only vote. You can only vote on voting day, which is not a fucking holiday, and they know that they're suppressing votes by doing that. So no. We want early voting. We want mail-in voting. It's safe. It's secure. I don't know. We know that this is all just fuckery from them.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of their
Total
fuckery. I'm sick of it.
I mean,
what
you
everybody's
can track
had.
your ballot from the mailbox that you dropped it off in all the way to the tally office.
Yeah.
You can, and it lets you know if your vote was accepted or denied. I mean, it couldn't be any simpler.
Stargal says, even here in Canada, we have early voting, for fuck's sake. It's a thing because there's too many people in the goddamn country to all vote on one day.
Yeah, and then you have all the absentee ballots from all the service members who are scattered all over the planet.
Right.
And that's a fuck ton of votes.
What are your thoughts on mail-in voting with Trump hating it? Well, I think we just covered that. Flooding zone with subterfuge. Yes, Elizabeth, I feel that way. It's going to be worse this time, you guys. I think we need to be more aware of it than ever before. In 2016, we were not ready for this. We weren't ready for the Russians fucking with...
I was ready.
I was ready too, but I did not...
I saw this coming down the pipe.
I did too. But what
this
I'm
is
saying...
going to be one cluster fuck.
What we
And it
found
is.
out after the fact, Benny, you could not have predicted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the fuckery that we found out after the fact, after 2020. Oh my God. Give me a break.
If you could see my Facebook, which no longer exists exclusively because of Donald Trump.
Right.
I was writing down, and it's probably still up there somewhere, that that all of this was going to happen. period.
Yeah.
Because I saw the writing on the wall. I'm like, if he gets in, we are so fucked. And it's not just going to be, oh, he gets in and we vote him out and that'll do it. No. That's not
We
who
already
he is.
already voted his ass out, and he wouldn't fucking accept the fucking results.
And he still won't go away.
No. And he said, if you vote me out, I promise I'll leave.
God, wish that was true. What a headache it's
I
been.
gotta go.
Oh,
Thank
honey.
you guys for letting me come on and share my story.
Spy, thank you so much for
Spy,
joining
baby.
us, and thank you for sharing your story. And by the way, you guys, if you have a story similar and you want to tell about your maggot friends or maggot relatives or whatever you want to do, let us know. Send it to bennyanddiane@gmail.com. Thanks again, Spy, for showing up. We appreciate you, and we will see you in a chat soon.
Absolutely.
honey.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, it's hot flashes, Suzanne. It doesn't matter if I guzzle ice cold water. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't. No.
Watching you cool yourself off is making me feel chilly. Because I'm not hot.
Fucking this
No,
shit
I will
sucks.
be, though. I mean, it's definitely going to get warmer here in the old shiny room. But cross that bridge when I get to it.
Kelly said, I couldn't believe how many people voted for 45. Really opened my eyes. Well, I think that it's going to be a lot less.
Starlust. That's nothing but
Yeah.
starlust.
And a cult.
It's
a cult.
sprinkled in with their own mental psychoses.
Yeah. And it's a cult. It's definitely a cult. We can see it every day. Karen Johnson, I'm from Michigan too. Well, we're going to have to go have lunch, babe. So,
There you go.
We're gonna-
Everybody eats.
yeah, we're going to have to start
And then everybody poops.
we're going to have to start a little Michigan coalition of Democrats and hang out. That's what I think. That's in my opinion. I tried to
Seriously.
start, but I like everybody. There's a lot of people are from the west side that, and I'm on the east side of Michigan.
West side.
So,
I'm from the south side. I've always lived in the southern part of every state that I've lived in. Isn't that funny?
what's your menopause early? Oh.
Cannabis. Oh,
I got rid of hot flashes by putting my feet in cold water.
that could work.
It doesn't work. I don't know if you guys understand. I don't know what it is. The Michigan mission. Yes, it is. We are in a Michigan to keep Michigan blue.
I have an interesting story I'll mail to you.
Okay.
My MAGA relative worked at the post office and was fired with a gag order for opening election mail.
Ooh. That's a big fucking no-no.
Yeah, that's like a total felony.
That's a felony.
Oh my God.
So,
Thank you, Spike. And
I know. Thank you, honey, for sharing your story. I thought it was really great. And
Mike,
I really,
I don't really eat lunch. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. And when I do eat before dinner, it always makes me uncomfortable.
right.
Show up at dinner time.
Damn, I can't fucking read. It's so small.
Getting my water on. It's my second bottle of
Stargal,
water,
you're in
I'm stay
Ontario.
hydrated.
We'll meet you in Detroit for lunch. You
There
guys,
you go.
if Karen and Star Gal, why don't you send an email to bennyanddiane@gmail.com. Give me your contact info, and we'll try to get some ladies together that are all Dems, and we'll start some real,
Do some
fired
Dems
up.
women shit.
I heard it all. Yeah, because I'm sick of this horse shit, man. You know, the funny thing is the Republican Party here in Michigan is totally broke. They've got nothing. They are in such disarray here. They have one person that was voted out as being the head of the RNC and another person that was elected to be the head of the RNC, but she won't leave and give up. So she just stayed there.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what to do. And so they're totally fucked and they're totally broke. They have, and well, that's the kind of the good thing about Donald Trump taking over the RNC, because all that money is going to go pay for his fucking legal bills and not down ticket ballots. So down ticket Republicans. I love it.
The
I love it.
RNC is not going to get as many donations either, because there's
I've
a
already
lot
heard.
of Republicans that are not fucking happy about paying
No.
Donald Trump's lawyer legal fees.
I've heard several emails or tweets or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever. People who are Republicans saying I'm no longer going to donate to the Republican National Committee because of Laura Trump and Donald Trump taking over the RNC. It's ridiculous. And the greatest thing ever was that Watley guy who is the head and Laura's the co-chair or whatever. So he's the chair or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. The fucking bullshit. Yeah. I don't know. He went on, I forget what it was, Fox News or some bullshit. And they were like, is everybody better off than you were 4 years ago? And he was like, oh yeah, we're way better off now. I mean, and he totally fucked up. And he said it all wrong. Can't get his Trump talking points right. It was hilarious. And by the way, I mean, if anybody thinks that 4 years ago, we had no fucking toilet paper. We couldn't get water. We couldn't get hand sanitizer. We had no idea what was going on. We were freaking out. The stores were fucking empty. Everything shut down. Schools, churches, fucking every concert, every venue, everything shut down. Everybody was unemployed. Everybody was stuck in their house. Everybody was freaking out. And then he's going, all
as a direct result of Donald Trump dismantling the pandemic response.
Yep. A year before? A year almost to the day it happened? For fuck's sake.
You know, one of the first things that he shit canned was Meals on Wheels.
Actually, wasn't it the Iran? No, it was the.
No, I mean, in the list of the first things he did.
I remember
that was one of them.
I remember the
Cut
Paris
old people off of their food.
I remember the Paris Accord thing. I thought that was the first thing. Then he did like a Muslim ban, and then.
Did you hear me say one of the things?
Yeah, I know, honey. But what I'm saying is, what he did.
That first batch of fuckery.
He took a wrecking ball to everything that Obama did great for this country, and fucking said.
Yep, because Obama embarrassed him.
Shit on it. Yeah,
and made everybody in the room laugh at him. And he's had a vendetta ever since.
Can you hear the drops, you guys?
No, I can't.
Think I'm gonna barf.
You can't hear?
Jackie. You know, I tell people who are working, thank you for coming to work. Even when we don't have a pandemic. Thank you for doing your job so I can come here and do what I need to do, which is my job. And, you know, we all take care of each other.
I went to the nursing home the other day to, drop off supplies for my mom. And then, one of the nurses there, I was talking to her. And I'm like, thank you so much for what you do. I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I just think you're an angel and I know you don't get paid a lot, and I know you don't get, a lot of benefits and shit like that. And I'm saying this way better when I said it to her, but I was just like, thank you for what you do. And she all teared up, and she was all, oh my God, nobody ever says that.
It's true. Nobody ever tells their fellow American who's hard at work, man, you're doing a good job.
I'm like, honey, I don't know how the hell I could do this,
No.
I'm not made for this. This is another reason why I didn't have children. Is because I didn't want to have anybody to take care of. You know, I just didn't want to have to change diapers. I still don't. So, yeah, it's not fun.
I can dig it. Not
And
everybody's nurse material.
Not an
Just
easy
like
job.
not everybody's soldier material.
I
You know what I
smell a bad smell and I'm already through. You talk about a bad smell or something disgusting and I'm barfing, like literally gagging. Like I cannot take it. So I do appreciate what these people do. And, you know, I know,
Yeah.
I know that the nursing home care is not the greatest or whatever, but it's better than nothing. And if Donald Trump and the Republican Party get rid of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid,
All the old people are out in the streets just like they did to all the people in asylums when Ronald Reagan shut all the asylums. He just threw all those fucking patients out into the streets. There was nothing in place for these people to go to another facility. They were just tossed out.
hi, the
And that
night sky.
started the homeless problem that we have today.
Yeah, hi, night sky. Yeah, it's really, that was heartbreaking. And if they actually get to do, what the hell am I going to do with my mother? She going to live here in our pillbox house with one fucking bathroom that she can't even have access to because she's in a wheelchair and you can't get into my bathroom with a wheelchair? Like, what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
You know, and
scary. It's scary. Go ahead.
There's a lot of people who are voting for Trump who are also living on Social Security. And they just are dumb to the fact that that's going away if he gets in office. They're just dumb to it because they do not seek any information about anything. They just do what they're told. They're little fucking parrots.
Major Ojeda said, "Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. Can't fucking see anything anymore. Fucking A." Major Richard N. Ojeda, the Major. Trump isn't running to make anything great. He's running to stay out of jail. He's running to try and get back at those who have crossed him. People need to wake up. We've got to fix the education in America because we have millions with little to no critical thinking skills. None. He's
Zero.
absolutely
and he
right.
knows these people personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He grew up in an area where these people live in their fucking cone of silence.
Yeah. Yep.
And so he's more, able to talk about it and qualified because of his experience. It's like you see a rabid dog, you don't run up and give it a big old fat neck hug.
Jesus.
It's like, that's what it feels like these people are doing. And it's like, fuck.
Right.
You're endangering your own life and you don't even realize it. Get away from that rabid dog before it unalives you.
Well, I was thinking of, I just saw it too. What was that? Okay, I'm missing it now because I'm like, oh, this would be great to talk about.
That's right, Elizabeth.
Where
He
the hell
sure
did
did.
What's that? I missed it.
Right on, Mike. That's what it takes. You got to talk to people. You got to make them realize what's happening. I mean, it's just too many people don't even realize because they're not paying attention.
Yeah, and
those are the people that we have to reach.
all right. The cap of my pen just fucking took off the fucking planet. I have no idea where it went.
I was wondering what you were looking for. What the hell is she doing?
It just flew somewhere and I heard it fall, but I have noise canceling headphones on, so I can't hear fuck all. So anyway, yeah, it's been a shitstorm since that motherfucker came down the escalator and it just keeps getting worse. It feels like I'm sorry, I gotta talk in the microphone, Rosebud. It feels like just he's like a hurricane out of control, and it's just like going through everything, through norms, through laws, through owning people and bribing people because they're fucking compromised with God knows what the fuck they're doing. When you see the list of Republicans that are accused or have been convicted of sex crimes, sex crimes alone.
Yeah. It's staggering.
Staggering number. And they're all like, "Oh yeah, we're the rule of law and family values and all this, and we pump the Bible. Oh yeah, we love the Bible. We fuck that. We're gonna fuck that Bible. We're gonna fuck it in the ass with no lube." The fuck are you talking about? You guys are all fucking pedos and freakazoids. I don't get it. You're all fucking rapists. Matt Gaetz has now finally got subpoenaed for raping a 17-year-old girl.
Finally, I'm just hoping that Daddy don't buy his way out of it. Or somebody else.
Enough of the white collar crimers being able to fucking walk out with their bonds and they're posting their fucking... No. Detain them like you would detain anyone else. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Don't care who they are.
Shits
you
to
broke
give.
the law.
Yep.
You need to fucking pay the price.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that price is. What's ever been decided by the courts. Hello.
Especially when it's like selling our fucking national secrets to our fucking adversaries. Now that's a kind of a biggie.
Yeah.
If you mistakenly pass a $20 bill because you didn't know it was fucking a counterfeit $20 bill, I don't think you should lose your fucking life for that. I mean,
no.
When you broke 100,
some rogue fucking cop who's got nothing but a fucking hard on, for you because you're black.
Yeah, you got it somewhere from change from somewhere else, and they might not even have known it was goddamn counterfeit, and all of a sudden it ends up in your fucking pocket. I mean, it's just Texas has had 26,000 rapes. 26,000 rapes since the abortion ban in Texas alone.
Just Texas.
Just like 70,000 across red states that have banned abortion. 70,000 rapes! Can you hear me? Ugh! That means 70,000 unwanted babies, unwanted pregnancies, and women who are fucking literally captive now to having a child for the next 18 years and trying to figure out how to fucking raise it. Because, God knows the state won't feed them, clothe them, school them, nothing.
They're only an issue before they're born, not after they're born.
Yeah. Fucking pricks. Makes my fucking blood boil. Like, literally.
Mine too.
Yeah. No more Viagra commercials. Fuck you. Yeah, Kavanaugh was accused of sexual assault. 4,500 tips disappeared. 4,500 tips just gone. We don't know where the fuck they went. 70,000 rapes.
Yep.
Wasn't Abbott supposed to eliminate rape in Texas? Yes, he was. But apparently, he can't roll around Texas fast enough in his wheelchair to stop every dude from whipping out his dick and choosing his baby mama. Oh my God. Speaking of baby mama, holy shit. What was I watching the other day? Alex Witt on fucking MSNBC. And there was the shooter in New Jersey who shot his stepmother and I don't know if it was sister or his stepsister. And then Alex Witt went on to say, and he shot his baby mama. I screamed so loud. Tony's with me. He's like, first of all, he went, did she just say baby mama? And I said, yes, she did. And I'm about to fucking lose my shit. Then,
oh my God.
Then Reverend Al
Sharpton.
yeah, Al Sharpton came on after her because it was a weekend kind of thing, and he comes on the weekend. He started with the same story, and he said, yeah, the mother of his children, he killed her too. And so I'm like, yeah, you think Al Sharpton's going to go up there? Oh, yeah, I killed the baby mama. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you... I'm like, Alex Witt should be fired immediately from fucking MSNBC right fucking now just for saying that. You piece of shit.
How fucking unprofessional is that?
Oh, my God, I was so fucking pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking pissed.
These people who are reporting news are not really reporting the news. They are reporting.
They're paid actors to read a
that
script.
they now adhere to.
Yeah, but she ad-libbed that line. The baby mama.
Oh,
I fucking wanted to come through that fucking TV screen and put my
that's
fucking...
part of the script, though, honey. Do you understand?
She
that?
did not know. She was like the mother of her... if you... Baby mama, if you will. I fucking lost it. Fuck you, you bitch. If I was the head of MSNBC and my fucking person went on TV and said that, I would fucking have a hook.
Yeah.
You're
Hook 'em
gone.
right off the stage like vaudeville.
You're gone. Fuck you.
You want to go back to the old days? Okay, bring back the vaudeville.
Have better fucking judgment than to say something like that, you piece of shit.
See, I can't watch any of it for this very reason. They just...
Your blood pressure, please chill.
Yeah, I can't. I get by with watching the clips that other channels will play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do not watch television. I do not watch news. I don't
know,
watch anything on television. I don't watch television.
I know.
Because they're fucking liars.
I know. I wish I could make the print bigger on Twitch. I just can't fucking see it. GOP preaches family values and lies. But lies and hypocrisy and reality. Yeah. It's projection, it's hypocrisy, it's gaslighting, and propaganda. These are the 4 words we have to keep in mind when we listen to any fucking thing they say. The hypocrisy and the gaslighting's off the charts. Now Donald Trump is going, oh, we need to, vote numbers too big to rig. You know who says that? Glenn Kirshner.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Biden, he can't put a sentence together. No, motherfucker. It's you who said this. Where is it? Where is that fucking shit? I got it here. I got it.
Will repeat your...
Can you hear it? Yeah.
Will repeat your...
What the fuck is that, asshole?
What are even those words? They're not even words. They're just
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your... Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
I'm sorry. You're going to
And
tell...
that's why he does it, Joe, the way he does, because he knows he's everything that he says that
Well,
Joe
thank you,
is.
President Trump. Isn't it past your jail time?
It's way past your day.
Way past your jail time. Thank you, Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you for that applause. I just want to play the applause.
Man.
Just play it from
Where's
here.
my applause?
That entire room filled of A-list celebrities cheering for him to go to jail. Do you know that's his fucking worst nightmare, dude? Like, seriously.
The same, it's the same crowd that Obama got Trump all twisted around. The same kind of crowd.
Donald Trump show is
It's
over.
that same crowd of people.
I love this.
Donald Trump show is over. Donald Trump show is over.
I can listen to that 100 times all day long. Like, seriously. Really? Yeah, it's over for him. He is. That's what he is.
Mhm.
Yeah, now I'm getting into the drops.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah. We've been feeling like we've been taking crazy pills, but no, apparently they have been all the whole time. And especially when we found out what a huge pill mill Donald Trump's fucking, oh my God. Morphine and fentanyl and fucking.
They passed out enough drugs to kill a small army while he was in office.
Oh my God, dude, it was massive.
And
I love it.
fentanyl too.
Yeah, fentanyl, morphine. Those are the two bad. Ketamine, tranquilizer, ketamine. Like, what the fuck were you getting them for Elon Musk? Oh, I saw this. Elon
But
Musk thing.
they sit there and say that Joe gets injections so he can stand up to do a speech.
Oh yeah, he's jacked up Joe now.
Yeah.
Honey, jacked up Joe could run circles around Donald Trump. He can ride a bike. He can drive a
On
car.
his bicycle.
He can drive a car. You ever seen Donald Trump drive a car? No, you saw him sit in the driver's seat of a Mack truck going wah, wah, like a fucking 2-year-old.
And he can ride a train like a regular commuter for his entire fucking career. He didn't need to be escorted in a limousine.
You know what makes me sick is like when Donald Trump went to the Florida trial like last week or whatever. He had that massive police escort again. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Give me a
little fucking parade.
And not only that, how about Florida residents? Those are your tax dollars. Paying for Donald Trump to fly there and be escorted from the airport to the fucking courthouse for being a criminal. For stealing
his luxury.
He doesn't have a driver's license. I highly doubt he even has an ID.
No, he don't have a license.
Like, do you think
He's
he
never
even has
needed one.
a state ID as the state of Florida? I doubt he even has his ID. Like, you don't need an ID when you're Donald Trump. Everybody knows who the fuck you are. You don't need a mugshot because everybody knows what you fucking look like.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The mugshot, though. The mugshot picture still gets me every time. And he's like, oh, never give up
And then
or whatever.
all the rest of them tried to do that same stupid look. How about that black chick? What the hell was her name?
Republican Party went from just say no to how many do you want?
Yeah.
How many do you want? How many ecstasy pills do you need? Oh my God. Nightmare. Now, I feel like
I would die without my cigarettes. That's my oxygen.
it's been such a fucking nightmare, and I kind of feel sorry for the kids who are growing up in this era and they don't know anything but Donald Trump. I grew up in the era of Jimmy Carter. I knew Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House, and when Reagan got in, he ripped them down. And I keep
Another
thinking,
Hollywood fucking piece of shit.
Yep. Actor, knows nothing about fucking politics, can read a fucking script.
Passing his wife around for BJ's for jobs.
And during the McCarthy administration, when McCarthy was in and going after all the filmmakers and everything, he and John Wayne were in there telling on all their gay friend actors and anybody who, might have said,
anybody they hated.
Nixon was a piece of shit. Well,
yep.
You don't need to be a genius to figure out Nixon was a piece of shit. You don't need to be a genius to figure out that Donald Trump's a fucking piece of shit.
All you have to do is listen to him for 2 minutes. I mean, he oozes shit.
Yeah. Trump is too perfect to drive a car or ride a train. Yeah, we gotta vote them out massive. A Russian climax. Not sure what that was referring to. Where are your smart glasses? Honey, they're right here.
I know where mine are.
No, it's really, the lettering up there is really, really small. Maybe if I moved it down here, I could see it better. It's way over there, though. I could pop out the chat. Let me do that. I'll pop out the chat. Where is that thing that says pop out? I don't see it.
Hi, Casper.
I don't see it. It's not fair.
Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, God. So, Benny, anything you wanted to hit today? I mean, there's so much that literally, I don't know. I've been kind of, dipping in and out of the headlines.
There's just so much mass fuckery afoot.
That's how I feel.
And it's at every single level.
You can hit Control plus to zoom the text in. What? Can I really do that? Control. Oh my God, I think I can fucking see it better, I think. Hold on, can I do it again?
Did you get it?
Holy shit. Adam, you rule!
Fine.
Adam, can I tell you how much... Adam, can I tell you how much I truly love and adore... Really? Now I can fucking read it. Now it's like 18 point, and I can see it from across the room.
That's what I need. Whenever I get my computer going.
Oh my God, Adam, thank you so much, man. I'm like, I can't read this shit. It's so tiny. Now I can totally see it. Applause, Alyosha. Oh my God. All right, talk to the chat. I need a fucking beer.
Okay, honey. So, who's having tacos today? On Taco Tuesday. I'm going to make something with beef. I think I'm going to make sliders, actually. Yummy little sliders and some fries on the side and a salad. But that's not going to be for, a few more hours.
What's that? I missed it.
Dinner time.
Oh, right. I wonder if 5 eggs is still working while he's working. Or listening while he's working. I always do that. Mess up my words. Anyway, yeah, Adam is a gem. Yes, you are a gem, Adam. A lot of people love you here.
Smart as a whip. Knows about all this technology stuff too.
I know.
He makes really good memes.
Yes. He did our logo. Even though I took it down because it was in Benny's face. Okay, wait, hold on. There it is. It's right in Benny's face.
I look around, it's in my face.
Fuck the wrong thing. Hold on. So give me this. How do I move this? Tony showed me how to do it, and now I can't do it. Now it's just grabbing the whole thing.
Chicken fajita day. I have stuff to make chicken fajitas too. Maybe I'll make that instead. I have to find out what my honey bunny wants for his dinner because he was not feeling well today. He might not want anything that's too heavy.
Tony will be lucky if he gets dinner when he gets home because I'll be like, okay, I need a nap after this.
It's always nap time after dinner. It's like a tradition.
So, let's see. Anything we need to hit?
I made arroz con pollo last night. So.
Oh, talking
That's
about Elon Musk.
why. That's the only reason why I wouldn't make chicken fajitas today.
Yeah, I was looking
But I
for
do
that.
have this-
I was looking for that Musk story when we were just talking about him a few seconds ago. Yeah, the mask is off. Musk is a Trump agent, and Twitter is a Trump instrument. Musk changed his platform's algorithm to exponentially amplify pro-GOP and pro-Russia and anti-LGBTQ white identity politics agenda and the digital lackeys who echo it. Twitter is now Truth Social. Elon Musk, and this is what he said. This is the post that was above that or whatever, or underneath it. Elon Musk tweeted, "There's either a red wave this November or America is doomed. Imagine 4 more years of this getting worse, ... So
Elon Musk needs to be deported.
well, I'm not quite sure of his status as an American. I don't think he's ever actually become an American citizen. He doesn't have an American passport. He can't. I mean, as far as I know, I've never. And then there was an interview with him and his brother was talking about their citizenship, and Elon kind of talked over him, and it was very, very gray and very fuzzy.
Yeah.
I literally don't think he's a citizen of the United States, and I think somebody should look into that shit. Hello, mainstream media, where the fuck are you?
Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you?
No, but you know what we're seeing
Where the
too?
fuck are you?
You know what we're seeing is we're seeing like all these independent journalists that are breaking these stories, like the what's her name, Betty Cracker, Katie Britt.
Betty Cracker.
Yeah, an independent journalist on TikTok exposed her fucking horse shit and be like, ah, yeah, all I had to do is Google a few things and found it. How come no journalists who are on fucking TV, journalists, I should say, on TV doing this shit? How come mainstream media is not fucking doing this shit? How come a dude behind his fucking computer knows more about this shit than the fucking news organizations?
People doing the job.
It's like mainstream media, wake the fuck up. Have you learned nothing? Nothing?
No, they haven't. They haven't, because they're going to continue the MAGA, who, by the way, is not a political party. It's a domestic terrorist group. And that's exactly how they're going to be dealt with. I'm sure of it. If they try any shit. See, because we're ready this time. We weren't ready last time.
Yeah. I feel
They
like
sprung on us. Big surprise.
we've never seen anything like this in American history. We never had a president who was so fucking owned by our adversaries. And how much, and remember when he got in and everybody's like, oh, you know, the Republicans will, they'll keep him in line and they'll tell him, they'll rein him in and he needs to become presidential and blah, 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 and all this horse shit. No. They
Just
had
got worse and worse and worse and worse, and nobody fucking said a word.
They had 1,000 times to jump off the Trump train, and they refused to do it. They refused to vote for his impeachment, even though he's impeached. You know what I mean. So it's like, and everything that he did, they just doubled and tripled down. And I'm like, you guys have an exit here.
Yeah.
You want to save the
You're
Republican
off-ramp
Party?
and you're not taking it.
Yeah.
And then they won't. They're in there solid until we remove them. See?
Yeah.
That's up to us, the voters.
And well, guess what? We already did this, right? We already voted his ass out and he won't accept the fucking results of the election. What do you think is going to happen this time, you guys? You think he's going to accept the fucking election this time? He's not going to do it.
No.
He's going to start more shit.
And I can tell you this, if he tries anything stupid, they will take him into custody. You understand?
I don't know about that, honey. They keep
If
making
any
excuses.
shit goes down like it went down on January 6th, they are going to take Donald Trump into custody for inciting violence.
Oh my God, it'd be so great. That would be so great. You guys, can you imagine? Donald Trump, broke, penniless, in jail, no makeup, no hairdo, no nothing.
No commissary. You'll be able to
I
buy
want
all the
to see
smack
him-
Raymond you can shake a stick at.
I want to see him broke, penniless, and in prison. He's done our country wrong. He's killed 1 million fucking Americans with COVID. More than that. But who's counting? I'm sick of his shit. Sick of his lies, deceit. Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath. And by the way, they're like, oh yeah, he was talking about the, the auto industry, and yeah. No, you know what he said? If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for our country.
Yes, that's what he said.
If you don't understand those words, you need
Then you don't, you're not listening. I'm paying attention.
If you don't understand those words, you need to go back to reading comprehension and look up every word in the dictionary. My God. If we don't get elected again, there will be a bloodbath for our country. If that's not a fucking threat, I don't know what the fuck it is. And it's same thing, stand back and stand by. And what happened? Jan 6.
We're still dealing with the fucking nothing. They weren't ready on Jan 6, and that's why this is so fucked up.
Because he was still president and he made sure they weren't ready.
I get it. But, with all the talk that was in the wire and going down and all the things that were happening, the rhetoric, all the bullshit prior to was a clear indicator of what he wanted to happen on Jan 6. And he wanted to be rolled up there and stand on the fucking Capitol steps and go, ain't I great? Ain't I great?
I'm telling you, he's sadistic. The thing that I never see anybody say about him is how sadistic he is. He
revels in seeing people in pain.
But you can't
and
say
despair.
sadistic because it's like, too close to Satan and sadism and okay. This motherfucker is sadistic. He's gross. He wants to see blood on the streets. He fucking, what do you call it? Gassed people protesting the Black Lives Matter and had them fucking
and
tear
rubber
gas.
bullets. They
Rubber
were shot with
bullets.
rubber bullets too.
Next time there'll be real bullets, people.
Yeah. Also, he could get a photo op holding a fucking Reader's Digest with an upside down Bible cover on it. Fucker. He can't get nowhere near a Bible. That thing will burst into flames.
A Reader's Digest.
I'm serious.
Benny, that's why I love you, because this shit pops out of your mouth and you do it.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least, Diane.
And he's like, oh, is that your family Bible? And he's like, it is a Bible. When he was holding it upside down like a fucking idiot.
What's your favorite part of that Reader's
Digest?
His favorite part of the Bible, Donnie.
I heard about Oak Island in the Reader's Digest. Maybe we should go digging over there.
Fucking hell. I always enjoyed the Reader's Digest.
I remember my parents having a, subscription to it, and it would come to the house, and every now and again I'd pick it up and read a short story. some of them are really good. And I'm just, as a kid, I kind of remember doing that. Yeah.
Lovely little magazine.
I know. Does it even exist anymore, or is it just totally
I
done?
have no idea.
Yeah, like the phone book, it just kind of went.
Couldn't believe after cell phones that the cell phones came out and they were still delivering phone books. I was like, this waste has got to stop.
Yeah, a lot of landlines still out there that Republicans can,
Yeah.
make cold
Hey,
calls
wait a
to.
minute. I got a landline, okay? But I have it exclusively to call 911 because when you call 911 on a landline, you are going to be found quicker.
Right.
It's just that simple. And with my husband's health,
Yeah. I have a landline at my mom's nursing home. And I got really mad at my mom because every time I go there, the phone is dismantled. Literally, like, the receiver is in one room. The phone is in a little cupboard. It's unplugged. It's fucking, everything's taken apart. So I put it back together and I was there for, I don't know, like an hour and a half. The phone rang 5 fucking times while I was there, and every time it was a fucking telemarketer, a fucking computer on the other end. You don't know what it's for. And I said, Mom, no wonder. Because this fucking phone rings off the hook all day, every day from telemarketers. It needs to fucking stop. My mother is being tortured. And not only that, I have no way to call her. Because she unplugs the phone every time. And I said, Mom, now I realize why you unplugged the phone. Yeah. Let's just unplug it. And guess what? When you want to talk to me, you tell the girls and they'll dial my number and you can talk to me anytime you want. Because this is bullshit.
Yeah.
So I literally ended up unplugging the phone myself, which I would not, you know what I mean? But it was like, this is ridiculous.
Off the hook, literally.
And I thought they put a stop to this, but I haven't had a landline in fucking, I don't even know how fucking long, since I moved out of my parents' house.
If my husband wasn't as ill as he is, I wouldn't have it because
I understand.
That's another bill that I could cut back on.
Mm-hmm. No, but it was insane, you guys. Like, I could not believe how, and I'm like, Mom, just let me get it. Just let me get it. Because I'm like, I want to know who these people are who are calling. And it was like, they're asking her personal questions like, do you have Medicare or Medicaid? And it was all automated. You know what I mean? It wasn't a person you were talking to. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck you, screaming at them. They can't hear you. Do you have Medicare, Medicaid, yes or no? And I'm like, fuck you. I hope you hear me, you assholes. Enough.
And you play this tape back and stand back.
No, imagine the elderly people that are home right now. Honey, I could tell her to hang up, Star Gal, but she's got dementia. She wouldn't fucking know. And she'd start talking to these people because she's like lonely and wants to talk to somebody. So it's not a fucking good idea. But what was I going to say before that? Shit, I hate that when that fucking happens. No, you guys, it's like, it's really tough. I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there who are my age and who are dealing with their elderly parents, and it's not fucking easy. But I know what it was. Imagine all the older people who are living in their homes with a landline, and they have to get up every time it rings because of fucking telemarketers who won't fucking stop with their automated phone calls. It's insane. 5 eggs is home. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 eggs is here. 5 eggs. He can't hear anything because it's all through the headphones. Yeah.
I get it.
He's just walking in. I can hear it. So, and what happened? I didn't touch anything and the screen went, what happened? Literally, Tony walks in and the fucking shit crashes. What happened? Is anybody there? Can you hear us? Shit. Tony, I don't know what happened. The show just stopped. Oh, they hear me. They hear me, but it just went like this right when you walked in. I shit you not. I didn't touch anything.
I know, I did. See?
Oh, well, that's why he got in and ooh. So do I end this part? No, I don't end this part.
Now.
Okay, let me put this here.
I know.
You're in Command Central.
All right, Tony, what did you do to make it stop like that?
I connected through my phone. I control everything.
You control nothing.
I control everything.
He does control this shit, literally. He sets it all up for me, so I just push a couple buttons and make it work. Anyway, Benny, you got any more to contribute? Or, I mean, I don't know how you're feeling. You wanna stop? You wanna keep going? What do you wanna do?
Well, I got to get some shit done. I really do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's only the weekday, and that's when I do my shit and try to relax on the weekend, you know.
I tried to do that and it didn't work.
But I got a slew of shit to do.
Okay, honey. Well, we'll end it for today, and thank you so much again. And by the way, programming note, everybody, we will be going on at 5:30 my time on Thursday because Brian's going to be out of town for HBL Radio Nation. So Benny and I are going to take over that little time slot just for the day, and we're going to do a show 5:30 Eastern Standard Time on Thursday before Hal. And so we have a hard out at 7. So we do an hour and a half, Benny. So
Smells good to me.
all right, cool. And again, thanks to everyone for hanging out with us.
For that story
Salty
as well.
Sylvester, Allie Osher, Stargal, Kath Zinn, Mark P. And
Multi-stream.
Big Steph fan. I know, but it said something and I didn't want to touch it because I was afraid it would stop.
Do it.
So, Jesse James, and I'm just saying thank you and goodbye. So give me a minute.
Everybody in Chatland, we love you.
Thank
guys.
you.
We love you here. We love you there. We
Holy
love you
shit.
everywhere.
Yeah, Gunther, Adam, David, Wendler, Mr. Spock, Dan, Crystal Waters. You guys, thanks so much. If I didn't say your name, don't be offended, okay? We're just like... We love you very much, and thank you for hanging out with Benny and Diane, and we'll see you this Thursday. No, but we'll see you this Thursday, and then next Tuesday.
And then we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, Tony, how do I put on the outro music? Credits?
Outro.
See you guys. Thank you. Benny, stay on for a minute.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably started to cry. Oh damn.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Sipping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin'
bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, hammer motor with a dual quad. I don't care what you're always in my hair. Don't ask me why. You should probably start to cry.
Mark Hammond.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian.
Mark
in
P, thank you for
1979
dropping the
Super
links in the chat. Thank you very much.
Right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Guard Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motoring to the quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my head. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry.